Part of the appeal here is being off-grid, of course. Although it can be inconvenient for the builds, you get around it for what you get out of it. I mean, you don't see power lines, you don't hear them, you don't feel them. If you want a truly deep wilderness experience, you got to do it off-grid, and that's why we love it out here. So Le Terrain is a grand wilderness of 5 peaks and almost 500 acres of really, really diverse ecosystem and fully wild wilderness here in the Pontiac. I got this property about 5 years ago, and the goal of it all has been to first protect this incredible wilderness, this big chunk, and I guess to share it. And so by sharing it, I'm protecting it. So the idea is to figure out ways that people can come and experience the wilderness, and the most obvious ways is to build beautiful little overnight weekend cabin places for people to come and stay after they've explored this wilderness. Over the past couple of years, working with the regional bodies and MRC to call in and the NCC, we've just been granted official dark sky status. So right now we're in the epicenter of Canada's 28th dark sky park. And so that's all about focusing up, and for amateur and professional astronomers all over the place, this is a place to come and experience the incredible celestial bodies that are revealed to us here at Le Terrain. I'm sitting here in the latest cabin, specifically designed to make the most of the dark sky and the starry night. We oriented the cabin north-south, so basically on the optimal times, that 4x4 skylight right above your head, you're gonna be tapped deep into the Milky Way right above there. And it's actually working. When you look up, it's just incredible. I'd had my eye on this place here on the land because it's on this really cool peninsula and it's surrounded by this water system all around. We actually put in posts because the municipality basically has restrictions on what you can build. Anyway, ours are a 12 by 16 cabin. So eyed the place, put in the posts a couple of years ago, but never really found the right person to take on the build. You know, I knew it was going to be a really special build, and anyway, you came to Le Terrain. We were talking in November, and he was just like, "It's okay, let's build it then. Let's build it now." I was like, "Whoa, you mean winter?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's easy." I was like, all right, cool. This guy's got good attitude. Let's build this cabin in the winter. And we hit it. I think we started in November. It was cold, man. It was cold. It was crispy. It was, all our boards were caked in ice because I hadn't covered them properly. But there was boards. There was all the wood that was cut from the land. Like, so it's got to be the most eco conscious way of building a cabin, I think. We started talking about the design. We had certain constrictions. We had the windows, right? We had this whole set of beautiful windows and doors. So we had that to constrain us. We had the 12 by 16, which was another parameter that we had to work within. And we wanted the loft, right? We wanted the portal to the stars. So from there, it was just like, all right, how do we make the best use of this, small space, but in the end, it seems like large, like closed bathroom, full nice kitchen, really open living area here. And then that whole loft feels really spacious. And there's 3 windows. There's not just skylight, there's other windows. So it feels totally open. I mean, it feels better than I could have imagined, really. We had great conversations in the beginning about the overall design of it, and then you went ahead and crunched some numbers and the visuals on SketchUp or whatever, and then next thing I know, we're sitting here looking at your laptop on site, just like, all right, we're building the first wall kind of thing. Like, we're just putting it together, and that's it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I obviously followed your lead and like those designs, and like I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot. Really awesome, but the whole workflow was like smooth. It's definitely harder in a way to build in the winter for all these things covering up your shit. You're gonna have a huge snowstorm. We had those crazy tarps and systems, and you're always digging stuff out and just trying to stay warm. Man, keeping the Jenny running, and like it was hardcore. But it wasn't as hardcore as I thought. It actually was totally doable. It was totally doable. The wood we used for the framing of the cabin, for the big stuff, the 2x10s, 2x6s, the main framing was, I think we probably used 10 large white pine for the framing of this, all from the land, milled by Steve Feierabend just up the road, 5th generation farmer. The road we're on here is called Feierabend. Steve Feierabend milled this wood. He actually skidded it down, and then the interior was cedar, mostly 1x4 cedar, and then we have that big old 100-year-old hemlock beam to tie it all together. The joists are resting on that. We cut this 6x8 main beam that we cut out of a 100-year-old outbuilding in the main compound. This is one of the oldest farms in the whole area. Crazy Germans built the whole shit with an axe. It wasn't just that beautiful old antique beam, but all of the beautiful finishing, the tongue and groove, super gray, weathered stuff came from the exterior of the main log house. Yeah, all that wood has been repurposed from the original log home, now the interior and the walls of the bathroom in here. It's like, it's how you do shit. It's how you do it. You keep repurposing. It's amazing. So we've got the exterior boards all in 1x10 pine, and so we kind of wanted to go with the theme of like blending in with the sky. So it's like the whole front is black, the roof is black tin, and the whole back is black. And we blasted them with a tiger torch, burned them. So that's actually an old Japanese technique. First snowfall this year slid beautifully off the whole roof. It was a part of the decision about the roof to do the mono slope. That front wall, it's about 14 feet, and the back wall is 7 feet, and certainly sheds the snow, and that's awesome. Because we're actually in a snow belt here up in Ladysmith, Quebec. We're up from Ottawa. We're more like the snow that Mont Saint Marie gets and stuff. We get lots and lots of snow up here, and we love it. We just gotta prepare for it. Doesn't take long to heat this place up. With a wood stove, it takes about 1 hour and you're at 20 degrees. If you let the propane stove just go on full, it's gonna take longer. It'll take 3 or 4 hours to really get it to 20 plus degrees. But depends, you should just arrive here, go hiking, turn on your stove, come back, everything's gonna be warm. If you don't want to worry about waking up cold, you just leave the propane stove on 1 or 2, and its thermostat will kick in if your fire dies out or whatever when you're sleeping. So you're always going to wake up to a certain amount of warmth, and that kind of just makes the whole vacation thing a lot more comfy. So there's no running water in the cabin here. That's a whole different septic permit thing. So we provide you with all the water you need for drinking, washing up. Comes from our beautiful deep wells. This is a very well set up, but it's a rustic, comfortable, well-appointed cabin. You're totally off-grid, but yeah, this is not glamping. It's about being outdoors. Our offer is the incredible 500-acre private wilderness here, and then coming home to an incredibly warm and comfortable, perfectly appointed cabin after that experience. That's really what it is. That's really what it is here at Le Terrain.